Welcome back to ICT Trading Concept. I hope everyone is cool. So last week I have uploaded a video about the A++ setup, as most of you actually asking for the A++ setup. So I have uploaded that video. So today I'm gonna explain that A++ setup, which has happened 2 times in London session. So around the London session, I'm gonna show you two A++ setup. Okay? But remember, if you want to learn this, you have to join to my live. Okay, if you have to learn this, you have to join to my live. I try to do live almost every day, and London session, AM session, PM session. So please try to join to my live. Okay. Now, first thing is, this is my buy side liquidity. I have tweeted yesterday, mark 18626 as your draw on liquidity for tomorrow. I believe that this is going to be the obvious liquidity for tomorrow. If you are with me in my Twitter, you already know that. If you are not, you can check that. I have tweeted that yesterday. So my bias is bullish. This is that hourly entry fair value gap. Okay, I have two fair value gap over here. First fair value gap is over here. This is the last fair value gap. Actually, at the end of this video, I'm gonna add the entry video, so you will be able to see the entry video I have taken in the London session, depending on my A++ setup. Okay, so here this is the last fair value gap from hourly chart. This is the first fair value gap, or the entry fair value gap from hourly chart. You can see price came here but didn't close that hourly fair value gap over here by the body. So still I'm gonna use this hourly fair value gap. Then price went little higher, make that relatively equal highs, then went lower again. When it came lower and closed that hourly fair value gap perfectly, now I can remove it from my chart. But right now I need to keep it because market is just going higher, so it can support that hourly fair value gap until it has taken that buy side liquidity. After taking that buy side liquidity, I don't need to keep this hourly fair value gap not anymore in my chart. Price went lower. See this candles, weak 50%. Market failed to close below that 50%. That's a sign that market actually would love to go higher. Okay, market come back again. Where did it came? To that hourly fair value gap. Now it's time to go 1 minute chart. So here I'm in my 1 minute chart, and you can see over here. This is the London session, and London session silver bullet start from 4. So here, but London session started from 3. Because of daylight savings, we are seeing that London session actually start from 3 and it closed at 6. Okay, so from 1st of April, I believe that it will be the regular time from 2 to 5. Right now it's 3 to 6. Price came here to that hourly fair value gap. Remember, this is that hourly fair value gap around what time is it? 351. Around 351, price tapped to that hourly fair value gap one more time, and then gave me this very nice market structure shift over here. This was a very nice displacement and immediate reaction. Okay, after shifting the market structure over there, I have this fair value gap. This is called the entry fair value gap, or yeah, this is the entry fair value gap. I have the breakaway gap over here. This is my breakaway gap. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the execution as well, don't worry. But at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you the execution video as well. Okay, so you will get everything, don't worry. This is not hindsight. So this was my buy side liquidity over there. If you love to take that entry, you have to take your entry over there. Your stop loss has to cover the breakaway gap, and that should be your target. Okay, this was your first entry. Now I didn't take this entry. I have tweeted that. The reason was, let me show you over here our well-known setup, but I didn't take that entry because I was unable to connect my trader weight to my trading view. That's why I was unable to take that entry. Then after this our tweet, I have tweeted the next tweet. The next setup can be framed if and only if price comes to entry fair value gap or last fair value gap before taking buy side or after making new buy side. Okay, so here just remember this is the buy side. So I told after making the buy side or before taking the buy side, if price come to that entry fair value gap or that last fair value gap, I'm gonna frame my next trade. Okay, remember this is that hourly fair value gap. Here just between these two level, there is the entry fair value gap and last fair value gap. So I'm coming here one more time and I'm going to show you that. So here is your 15-minute chart, and from 15-minute chart, remember this is that buy sell liquidity over here. I talked about that buy sell liquidity, and this is that entry fair value gap over there. I'm going to mark that entry fair value gap here. This is that entry fair value gap, and this is that last fair value gap over there. This is those fair value gap. So I have tweeted, if market fail to take that buy sell liquidity, I mean this high, before taking that buy sell liquidity or after making the buy sell liquidity, if my price can come back again to that entry fair value gap or last fair value gap, I'm gonna frame my trade again. Okay, now you see if this high has taken by that high, but how did it taken? By a shallow run. Don't forget, I mean just forget about this price action because this after effect. Okay, so this is the shallow run. If you ever see the shallow run, I mark them as my obvious liquidity. Okay, so that's my obvious liquidity. Now I will go to 1 minute chart and look over here where price came to that entry fair value gap. See, when price came to that entry fair value gap, is it inside the session? The session will close at 6. Yeah, absolutely, it is inside the session. After coming here, market went higher, gave me the market structure sheet. Over here, I got my market structure sheet around there. Now, if you want to mark any other market structure sheet, like this high is also valid for shifting market structure, but I will go with this one and I will say this is my market structure sheet. So over here, I got this market structure sheet. Then I will look for two fair value gap because it is all our well-known setup. So this is our first fair value gap over here, and this is the breakaway gap or the last fair value gap. Okay, so this is the last fair value gap or the breakaway gap. You have to take your entry when price came here. It has to be very immediate reaction. Okay, so I took my entry over there, and you have to cover this breakaway gap. Your target has to be this one. So I had more than one contract, so I went with the fib and I project with 1.5 standard deviation. Okay, so let me show you normal over here. So I have projected until minus 1.5 standard deviation, and I took an partial around that area. Okay, so you can see, sorry, I just I will move this one. Okay, and finally price has taken that one. There was a breaker as well. I have marked that breaker. When I will, I mean you will at the end when I will show you the video, the entry video, you will see how I managed the trade. You will get everything. Okay, so perfectly that was the trade, and here is your execution. You see I took two contract over there around that area. See that is two contract. Then when price came here, I added one more. So that was another trade, and I closed one around here to that buy side level, and another one around here. Okay, so that minus 1.5 standard deviation, little bit below that standard deviation. So that was the trade. I'm gonna add the video execution video now. So if you are interested to watch that video, you can, and you will get a lot of information from there. So this is, both of them are the A++ setup from the London session. I believe that you will learn something from here. If you learn something, don't forget to give a thumbs up. And if you are new, you can subscribe to my channel. Still, if you subscribe to my channel, you have to join to my live to learn this in a better way. So until then, cheers.